Hi everyone, I am Evelyn and I'm a product manager. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to share my strategies for English meetings. Preparation and expectation for English meetings. And I think this video could be very useful for you, especially if you're like me, a non-native English speaker, and you have to participate or even lead English meetings with native speakers. So how can you feel confident and fearless on leading these meetings or even participate productively in every meeting you have to? So I will talk about this and let's dive deep more into that. Okay, first of all, it's essential to be prepared. So there are some activities you may do before the meeting. I will start sharing steps you may take when you are attending a meeting, and after that I will share steps you can take when you are leading a meeting. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so number one, look at the agenda, and for each item think of how you can contribute, how have you experienced that in your past, and so that you can bring it to the table. Think about the information you expect to be discussed based on the stated objectives of this meeting. So it's very important to be aware of the purpose of this meeting beforehand. You can think about what comments, questions, or concerns you have about that and how will you express them. Maybe you would like to rehearse some words or phrases that you are not confident about how to pronunciate that. So when you do this brainstorm, take notes. This will warm up your brain so that you will be ready to understand. Another thing you may do is to plan how you will take part. So what is your role in this meeting? What are the other participants expecting from you? And when will you speak? Last but not least, show up early, even at online meetings. Maybe you can engage in small talks with coworkers and settle connections. But be careful about that. Being late for meetings, it's never a good thing. It may sound like unresponsible or unprofessional, so avoid that. Okay, now what can you do during the meeting? First of all, you need to really listen. This is very important. And don't be in your head, thinking about what you want to say next, but really focus and pay attention to who is speaking. And while you're doing this, take notes on what others are saying. This will show that you are paying attention and really listening. When it's your turn to speak, be concise and direct. Don't ramble. Don't talk too much. I may say, especially with Americans, I've seen this a lot. They have a very fast-paced business culture, and they don't want to waste time in long meetings. Actually, no one wants that, right? So just be direct and concise. Say what you need. Don't stay repeating the things again and again to prove your point, and ensure that the point is made clearly. Okay, now let's talk when it comes to leading a meeting. You want to state the objective at the very beginning, and whatever this objective is, state it directly. So, for example, if you are doing a refinement or a planning for the next cycle, you may say, "Welcome everyone. The purpose of this meeting is to plan the activities we will develop in the next sprint." Be concise and direct and settle this at the very beginning of the meeting. Guys, an efficient tip is to use the power of the pause. So taking when you have the floor can be very powerful for some reasons. Let me say, it can be a tactic to make people listen. And pauses are also used to give everyone a chance to consider what you just said. And even if you are using this pause to think of the right word or what you are going to say next, the other attendees don't have to know about that, right? So you may use this for yourself. Other important point is that when you are leading a meeting, you have to speak up. So talk loud enough to everyone be able to hear you and understand and enunciate clearly. So imagine if this was a meeting and I was leading, but I was speaking like that. So guys, let's analyze these metrics. I have this. Most of the users give the process at this point at the funnel, and I think we should improve this. This probably wouldn't work, right? So speak up, enunciate clearly, and speak loudly so everyone can understand you, even if you need to speak slowly and pronunciate each word. Don't worry about speak fast and show that you are very good at speak in English. Be careful about that. So pronunciate each word correctly and be calm. And even if you need to speak slowly, that's okay. Just make sure that everyone is understanding what you say. So guys, I may say you cannot plan for everything, right? Things happens, and so what can you do when something unexpected happens? What if you freeze? What if someone asks you a question or asks you for an input that you were not ready to? So what I want to say, it's important to understand that you do have options. You can ask them to repeat what they said. So you may say, sorry, what was that? Sorry, what was that? You can also get time to think. So you may say, sorry, let me think about this a couple minutes. Can you circle back to me in a bit? There is no problem at all to give time to think, to ask for a time to think. You can also say that you can't respond this right now. This is not a problem at all. So you could say, sorry, I don't have that information right at this minute. I need to look at the contract, or I need to check with the team, and I will have this answer by the end of the day or tomorrow or in our next meeting. That's okay. So we can see with just a little bit of preparation and practice ahead of time, this is very important, you can participate in every meeting on pair with natives. So guys, I want to say something I've learned from my experience, and it's something that I like to keep in mind. You always handle human beings. So for example, if you are in a meeting and you are a product manager and you are trying to understand your customer goals, their fears, their desires, and be 100% there and listening to them. So even when you say something wrong or you don't remember a sophisticated word to use, don't worry about that, because they will comprehend, and they want you to understand what they are saying, and they want to understand what you are saying. So every time I have a challenge or something difficult to do, I like to think that people want me to be successful. Let me explain that. So if I'm leading a meeting, I like to think that the participants want this meeting to be successful because they don't want to waste their times in something that is inefficient. So if I am presenting something or if I am giving a class, I know the students want this class to be successful. They, as I said, no one likes wasting time with useless things. So as a consequence, they are actually hoping everything goes well with me. And this mindset helps me to reframe all the challenges and all the biggest things I have to do in my work. I hope this video may be useful for you guys, and thanks for watching it, and let me know what you think about it, leaving a comment below. Thank you and bye, see you next time.